In this video, we'll introduce the first set of basic vector operations, which is vector sum and difference. So suppose we're given two vectors in R2. Even if I don't have this piece of information, from seeing both x and v, the u and v have only two components, I can tell that these are vectors in R2. If I want to find vectors u plus v and u minus v, what I need to do is just take the sum of the x components, put it together, and sum of the y components. So what I get is vector 5, 3. So what does this look like on the xy plane? Here I have the xy plane with a u vector 1, 2 and the v vector 4, 1 up here. So the vector u plus v is actually the vector I get from pushing the v parallelly, so then the initial point is at the tip of the u. So I have a vector, the vector v being pushed up, and the vector from 0, 0 to here is my vector u plus v. Okay, so that's what I have. 5, 3. To find vector u minus v, now I do 1 minus 4 and 2 minus 1. So what do I have? I have minus 3, 1. What does it look like on the picture? So it's actually a vector that represents the vector going from the tip of v to the tip of u. Okay, so let's see. If I plot out this vector on xy plane, what do I see? I will go along the x direction by 3 units, y direction by 1 unit. So this is my vector minus 3, 1. Okay, so you can see that it's actually this vector, it has the same length and the same direction. So basically it's a vector, this one, and I parallel push up, so then the initial point is at the 0, 0, the origin. Okay, so let me parallel pushing it. It's this vector. Okay, they're the same, because a vector is a direct line segment. As long as you have the same direction and the same length, then you say they are the same vector. Okay, so this is the vector u minus v. Okay, all right, so question. If I have vectors 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2, 1. So now I have vectors in R3. Can you find me vector u plus v and vector u minus v? What do you think? What's the right way or right formula to find the sum of these two vectors and the difference of these two vectors? So I would have u plus v being the vector 1 plus 4, 2 plus 2, and 3 plus 1. So write this out, 5, 4, 4. So this vector u plus v. And vector u minus v will be, okay, so because we're taking subtractions, so the order is important. It's u minus v, not v minus u. So it has to be 1 minus 4, and then 2 minus 2, and then 3 minus 1. So the vector we get is minus 3, 0, and 2. These are the two vectors in R3. Okay, now you have it. Whenever you're given two vectors in the same Euclidean space, you can take the sum of the two vectors, you can take the difference of the two vectors.